Are the bears battling a losing battle, or this is the peak? Morgan Stanley, Mike Wilson turned bullish. This is incredible because we all know that Morgan Stanley, Mike Wilson has been bearish all the way since the start of the year. First quarter, mid of the year, he's been bearish. And now he has turned bullish. And is this really the final one as well, right? Before we go to that, well, guys, today's 25th of December. Merry Christmas to all my TWB subscribers. May all that is beautiful, meaningful, and brings you the joy be yours this holiday season and throughout this coming year. All right. Wish you all the best and happiness. All right. Merry Christmas. Now, disclaimer applies usual because today is going to be a very important sharing video. All right. Now, first of all, emotion runs the market. We all know that there is optimism, euphoria, greed, pessimism, and fear, right? It basically boils in the market. But we all know that right now the market is so bullish, the sentiment is bullish, and the bull bear spread is bullish. Now, everything is bullish. That's the reason why you can understand the pressure they have on Mike Wilson, because you can see right now stocks that's above the 20 SMAs at the high level, 50 SMA, 200 SMA, they're all there. So with that, all the effects is that is basically weighing on all the bears, right? It's really suffocating the bears. So with that itself, we can see that AAII bull bear spread is also at a high. So literally to be a bear right now is going to be insane. Agree? All right. So with the chart right now, you can see that this is happening. Okay. So what happened is a couple of days ago, Mike Wilson, okay, we all know that he had been bearish in 2022. He was spot on. And the thing is, the market really buys into that. And again, at the start of the year itself, he says that the S&P will drop to 3,900. But where the S&P right now is at 4,600, okay? And then that is whereby on the 18th December, Mike Wilson sees positive stock signals on the Fed pivot. He says that it's bullish outcome for stocks. He basically feels that right now it's not too late to buy stocks. And incredibly, people, when he did a posting, people feel that, oh gosh, this is bad. And immediately, did the market react? Of course it did. The market reacted immediately. The Dow went up by 470 points, snapping a 9 days win. So you can imagine how the people who receive report right feels about the market right now, as they all know that the RSI and the indicators are all at a very overbought point, and Mike Wilson turning bullish right now. So within less than 3 hours, okay, $600 billion of market cap loss, okay? This is incredible. The market was pumping, and then suddenly the market just nosedive down, all right? So, of course, we all know that this Jim Cramer also came in. In fact, Jim Cramer said that the rally is so powerful, it will continue. And the moment he said that, the next half an hour, the market came down. This is typical Wall Street. So let's draw the Dow chart closer and take a look. Now, if we look at the chart since 2020, we drew a line from the bottom and we extrapolate all the way. You'll see some very interesting technical point. It will extend itself all the way, and we are right here right now. So do you tell me that is this the time to actually buy or sell? This is a very good answer and question here. So to me, it's all right. I think we should be very careful right now because based on the historical pattern, we may see a pullback. Now, we talked about this last week, and in fact, itself that the market pullback, and it did happen. So if you go into details, you can see right now the market is having a bit of issue at this point right now for the Dow at 37,385 region. Now, the moving average obviously is pumping up towards it. So we have to watch here because the last time we see the market basically have a peak, we have a similar pattern. We have a BMB right here. This is called BMB. We call that as big movement bar, whereby it's a black candle, and the high and low itself is actually high and lower from the previous red candle, which is seeing right now. So this is the BMB. Can you see that? Okay, the BMB. Okay, and I did share my friends that after BMB at a peak, the next few days the market will go up. The market did went up, so we are actually having the same thing. But the thing is this: as the market slides towards the right side, you can see that is where the moving average comes in, and that's where when the market stays below the moving average, the selling comes in. So if you look at it right now, it is possible that we may see the key turning point approximately at 37,200 area. So of course, again, this is just a hypothesis. We won't be sure until it really happened. But then again, with so many people on the bull side itself, right, it's kind of easy to know that, right? It's just a matter of time. So of course, the bears are all giving way, and many bears are telling me, you know what, Cal, we are giving up hope. We think the market is going to go up itself and all this thing. But we look at the Elliott wave, which people are talking about right now. They believe that Elliott wave is a wave 5 right now, and we are actually wave 5 of 5. So if you think that this is going to be happening, you look at this itself. This is a very good chart from Sentiment Trader, and apparently they are saying that we could be at the last gaps. All right, now last gaps usually is where the optimism is at maximum. People believe that this will not basically come down, and then that is whereby the market will pump up a high, pulls back, and then after that go for another high. So this is something similar what we saw back then. And then after that, the first sell-off, it will be called the lower low, and that's about 3% to 8% decline, which is the 5% that we talk about, because I believe that there will be a 5% pullback in the near term, and then the market will retest. Okay, the market will retest, but the key point is this: the retest will not be as high as the highest point. And if that really happened, guys, this is where the momentum will push it down, and that is what we call the fear building phase. Okay, now this is likely will happen in about March to April period if this thing really, if whatever I say now really manifests. And this is where it gets very scary, because when that happens, if the market really starts to sell, you will have your maximum pessimism. Well, we've said this before, so talk about this if this really happened. But of course, traders can take this as a formal reference point, because right now, if you look at the Fibonacci chart of the Dow since 2020, you can see a very interesting point here. Okay, let's take a look. So you can see that this is point A, this is point B. Now this is where in 2020, all right, this is where the Fibonacci number is. And then if you do extrapolation itself, incredible, it actually predicted the high, the next high, the next high, and the next high. So apparently this Fibonacci tells you exactly where the high will be, right? And then after that, you notice it will actually predict the potential support after that. Let's take a look here. The potential support is here, and then it's stated here, and then here. Pretty cool, right? And of course, if you take B, we extend to this point here to get extrapolation. So right now, we can see that the Dow is having some form of resistance in this manner. So from here, we can roughly gauge where the Dow resistance will be. At the moment right now, the RSI is trading at this way, way, way high level. Hence, therefore, it's kind of easy to predict that the market may see a pullback in the near term. So if you go deeper and deeper the chart, you can see that right now, that the extension tells me that we have a bit of resistance at 37,500. And if really the market wants to test the Fibonacci, well, you may even test 38,000. So the thing is this: if you'd ask me, right, if the Dow really tests 38,000, this will really put a lot of pressure on the bear. So of course the bear will just give up, right? But at the same time, right now, the bears are almost giving up. This is where I feel that the Dow may have the first resistance at 37,500. So the key turning point, or the maximum point the market has to stay supported, is roughly about 36,500 level. So I'll write it down for you guys so it can be easier for you to understand this. So let me write it down for you. So the target could be as high as 38,500. Okay, got it? Okay. Now, the mid-range where the market likely will hang around will be about 37,500. Okay. And then this key support level will be at about 36,500. And if the market really goes below 36,500, then we have to be very careful, because this can drive the market down all the way to 34,000. So all this is a very important figure. So traders, you may want to keep this for reference. All right. So with this, we know that likelihood this chart makes some sense, because this is the iBoxx High Yield Index. And this one actually happened since 2009. The first time we saw it was in 2009 and 10, whereby the high yield box, and this is the high yield bond 52 weeks high low spread. Now, this is actually it's a calculation based on the average value of the pricing from 7 independent index providers. Okay, so it's pretty good and pretty useful. So last time we saw this, the market basically peaked. And then later on, about 10 years later, in 2019, we saw it again. The market push up, and then we have the COVID. All right, now we are back to the same level, which is back in 2009. And are we going to see a pullback? That's the reason why I feel that it is actually possible. So with all this information, guys, just note, the bears are giving up. Is this the end? Because we all know that usually bull market will last for 5 years. And then after that, usually says that the bear market will come in for about 1 to 1.5 year, and the maximum drawdown is 20%. So overall itself, even the best is to win this time round later. But remember, the long term, the bulls will always win this battle because our bull market starts after a recession. It's been proven before, and I believe that next year we will see the recession. I have a video coming up, and I believe that things will go crazy in terms of prices because you don't want to be hit by this, because I believe that unemployment rate will be going up very, very soon. So with all this information, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next video. Like, subscribe, and share my video. Bye-bye.